Hello there, welcome to another edition of Jim's Cartoon Tube. I'm Jim, or Dr. Jim in this case, the Monster Doctor. I think I've shown you this before in another video, but I'll just recap. Reason being is because this video is a feature on my Teaching English Materials series. In this exercise, the point is, what's the matter? That's the question we're trying to get across, and I've just chosen to use my favourites, the classic monsters, starting with Dracula, who has a cold, the Wolfman, who has a toothache, Frankenstein, who has a headache, what else? A devil character that has a fever, the Mummy that ironically has a broken foot, and Gillman, who has a stomach ache, probably ate some raw fish. So this is the sort of the splash page, or the interest generator, as I like to call it. Make a poster of that, stick that on the blackboard, and then there's a memo paper that comes with this, and you can refer to this. The silhouette coincides with the illustration, and you can make a memo, because some of the 6th years especially are able to write in some schools. It's not compulsory, but it's just nice to have that option, and they've got the illustration. So depends what country you teach in, what situation you teach in. Some will promote, I think it's called motor skills, isn't it? The writing skills. And some don't care about it. I put a few examples down there, the spellings. And then I made a set of, in Japan we call them karuta cards. I'm sorry about the shaky hand. It's a bit cold today and I haven't had my lunch, so what I do is first of all draw this out in black and white, then I'll colour it with pens and photocopy it a few times, laminate it, and cut these up into playing cards and separate the kids into small groups, and they ask me what's the matter, and then I will say I have a toothache, for example, and they have to listen and touch the right card, and whoever gets the right card the quickest is the winner. So if you teach English, you might already know that's that game, but if you just started, you may not. This is the, I'll skip to the vegetable series, which I think you've seen before. I like to give all my characters a slightly different look, because I think that's kind of what makes a good character. I don't like doing the same kind of smiley, gawky face on every character, because then you end up with what I call the Disneyland Syndrome. Which is not to say that Disney characters are bad. I love Disney, but I don't like the way that all Disneyland characters have a permanent grin on their face, which sort of takes away some of the charm. And this is the fruit version. You can see the cards that I've made, laminated cards, which is good. And the Banana Brothers make a cameo appearance there. You see, when you put them in context, they do look like bananas, but when you take them out, they just look like a pair of thumbs. And this one is a weather series. There you go, there's my name, 2012 weather. And I've just done 6. I've done raining, if you see it in colour it makes more sense. Raining, sunny. I actually did snowing, windy, which is my favourite one, stormy, and even though that's not really correct English, it's what we call classroom English. And I've chose a fine day, and 10 points if you can guess what inspired me to draw this picture. I'm not going to say, but it's my little quiz. Didn't do cloudy. I chose to do a fine day because it seems to be something that the Japanese already seem to know. Seems to be intrinsically embedded in their subconsciousness. You ask a student, what's the weather like, and they always say it's a fine day. That's just the way it is. So that brings me up to 5 minutes, and I hope you've enjoyed my little insight into English teaching for kids. I hope this gives you some ideas. Yeah, so having your own characters really helps, I think. It customizes it, personalizes it, and it makes it special to that class because they're your characters. They don't have to be drawn, they could be photographed. You know, you could very well just photograph an onion and, you know, put a few eyes on it if drawing isn't your thing. Anyway, yeah, hope that's given you some ideas, and please stay tuned to Jim's Cartoon Tube, and there'll be more Banana Brothers very soon. Thanks, bye.